In the process of making a traditional composite bow, the craftsman first licked the snakeskin in his hand, then quickly licked the bamboo bow, and used the stickiness of saliva to stick the snakeskin on the bow frame. This step is essential for making a traditional composite bow. During the Qing dynasty, those who participated in the imperial examination for military officials were required to be able to pull a bow and arrow weighing 160 katis, and this type of bow was called a lightweight traditional bow. To make such a bow and arrow, materials such as snakeskin, shark skin, ox horn, and deer antler are needed. It takes 2 months and over 200 steps to complete. Following the rules passed down from his ancestors, Master Yang must use bamboo from Jiangxi for his craftsmanship. The first step in making a traditional bow is to cut the bamboo core, sawing off the uneven ends of the bamboo pieces and creating a place to install the hand. The handle is the part that the archer holds while pulling the bow. Next, the bamboo pieces are thinned with tool. This requires Master Yang to have abundant experience, as any slight mistake can render the entire piece of bamboo useless. During apprenticeship, apprentices need to practice on discarded bamboo pieces for a year before they are qualified to handle the real process. Now, Master Yang places the cloudwood in the reserved area to firmly secure the two together. Traditional woodworkers use hide glue. The glue used today is made from pigskin, but in the past, shark skin was used. Master Yang uses a special tool to tie the rope tightly around the wood and bamboo. The tools and ropes are respectively called yarn and tying rope, and this step is also called tightening the rope. The wood and bamboo need to be left overnight for a strong bond to form. During this time, Master Yang starts making the burner. The curved parts at the top and bottom of the bow are called burners. Burners are further divided into long burners and short tips, which are generally 1/4 the length of the bow. When the bow is pulled, the burner will bend at an exaggerated angle, so the tip and the body must fit perfectly. Otherwise, it is prone to breakage. Master Yang uses hide glue to bond the burner to the bow frame, completing the framework of the bow. The next step is to install the ox horn on the bow frame. The ox horn adds flexibility to the bow and greatly improves the arrow's speed when shot. First, a thick layer of hide glue is applied to the ox horn and the bow frame. Then linen and tying rope are used to secure the ox horn to the bow frame. This step requires Master Yang to exert great effort. If the force is not enough and the bond is not strong, the bow may break when pulled. To further enhance the bow's elasticity and flexibility, Master Yang adds edible tendons to the bamboo core. Typically, 2 or 3 layers of tendons are added to a regular bow, producing a draw weight of about 30 katis. For training and strength, up to 9 layers of tendons can be added, resulting in a draw weight of 160 katis. After drying, the inner side of the bow and arrow looks like this. With everything ready, it's time to string the bow. The first step in stringing is called putting on the bench. This refers to allowing a new bow to adapt to the curvature caused by stringing for the first time. Master Yang ties a piece of wood to the back of the bow and gradually applies pressure on the bench, allowing the bow to slowly adapt to the curvature. Finally, the handle of the bow is fixed to the bench with a rope, and the 2 ends of the bow are supported by 2 pieces of wood. Then the previously tied wood is removed, and the bowstring is strung on the bow. It cannot be used immediately, because a bow is ultimately a weapon, and the more it is used, the more it wears down. To find some balance psychologically, Master Yang also pastes his auspicious patterns on the surface of the bow. Due to the unique properties of the glue on the pattern, it can only be moistened with saliva before being pasted on the bow. Therefore, every traditional bow is licked by Master Yang during the making process. Making a traditional bow requires over 200 steps, and making a traditional sword also requires dozens of steps. The handle of a traditional sword is usually made of wood from 6 different trees. Master Yang needs to control the force, gradually changing the thickness of the handle, making it thicker and then thinner, repeatedly transforming it to better fit aerodynamics. After polishing the arrow shaft, the arrowhead can be installed. First, a hole is drilled at the top of the arrow shaft using an electric drill, and then the arrowhead is inserted into the shaft. The inserted part is called the apricot, which serves to secure the arrowhead. During the Qing dynasty, when officials responsible for making bows and arrows inspected the quality of the arrows, they only randomly checked one arrow by pulling out the arrowhead and checking the length of the apricot. If the inserted apricot was too short, the craftsman would be executed. Therefore, after completing each arrow, Master Yang personally inspects it. Finally, there is the arrow feather at the tail end of the arrow. Master Yang's father used feathers from 13 different animals to make arrow feather. The 2 ends of the arrow shaft are wrapped with shark skin, and some animal skins are used to hold the arrow shaft together. Birds flying in the sky, animals walking on the ground, and creatures swimming in the water are all represented on this single arrow. The price of just one arrow shaft can reach 80,000 RMB. Now, the completed bow and arrow can be used. But even the best bow is just a piece of wood that has changed its shape for someone who doesn't know how to use it. The worker sticks out his